Episode number 166. Where's he gone? Asked Monsieur de Cavois. The Troyes, in Champagne, I answered. And when did he set out? Yesterday evening. Planchet, my friend, interrupted D'Artagnan, you are really a precious fellow. You will understand, monsieur, I thought there would be still time, if you wish, to see Monsieur de Cavois to contradict me by saying you were not yet gone. The falsehood would then lie at my door, and as I am not a gentleman, I may be allowed to lie. Be of good heart, Planchet, you shall preserve your reputation as a veracious man. In a quarter of an hour we set off. That's the advice I was about to give monsieur, and where are we going, may I ask, without being too curious? Pardieu. In the opposite direction to that, which you said I was gone. Besides, are you not as anxious to learn news of Grimaud, Mousqueton, and Bazin as I am to know what has become of Athos, Porthos, and Aramis? Yes, monsieur, said Planchet, and I will go as soon as you please. Indeed, I think provincial air will suit us much better just now than the air of Paris. So then, pack up our luggage, Planchet, and let us be off. On my part, I will go out with my hands in my pockets, that nothing may be suspected. You may join me at the Hotel des Gardes. By the way, Planchet, I think you are right with respect to our host, and that is decidedly a frightfully low wretch. Ah, monsieur, you may take my word when I tell you anything. I am a physiognomist, I assure you. D'Artagnan went out first, as had been agreed upon. Then, in order that he might have nothing to reproach himself with, he directed his steps, for the last time, towards the residences of his three friends. No news had been received of them, only a letter, all perfumed, and of an elegant writing in small characters, had come for Aramis. D'Artagnan took charge of it. 10 minutes afterward Planchet joined him at the stables of the Hotel des Gardes. D'Artagnan, in order that there might be no time lost, had saddled his horse himself. That's well, said he to Planchet, when the latter added the portmanteau to the equipment. Now saddle the other three horses. Do you think, then, monsieur, that we shall travel faster with 2 horses apiece? Said Planchet, with his shrewd air. No, monsieur Jester, replied D'Artagnan. But with a 4 horses we may bring back our 3 friends, if we should have the good fortune to find them living. Which is a great chance, replied Planchet, but we must not despair of the mercy of God. Amen, said D'Artagnan, getting into his saddle. As they went from the Hotel des Gardes, they separated, leaving the street at opposite ends, one having to quit Paris by the Barrière de la Villette, and the other by the Barrière Montmartre, to meet again beyond Saint-Denis, a strategic maneuver which, having been executed with equal punctuality, was crowned with the most fortunate results. D'Artagnan and Planchet entered Pierrefitte together,